Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ziana and I'm the founder and CEO of Gilded Insights. And if you are coming back and returning, welcome back. Welcome to episode 3 of Journey to Funding. So from my previous episodes, I have explained that my trading weeks have kind of been a little off. I'm just getting in where I fit in. So this is going to be very short and I'm just going to cut straight to the point. Week 3 was terrible and I was very much unprofitable. So I am coming to a point where I love that I'm having these 400 plus, 600 plus, 1K plus days, but my initial account balance is not budging. I'm literally in that range of 49,700 and then dropping down back to like 49,100 something. So I kind of have had this moment of thinking, what is going on? Is it me? Why can't this even just go back to the initial starting balance? Well, based off on Friday, it just did not go good. I did not trade like a professional trader. I traded like a complete amateur. Like I didn't know what I was doing in the markets and just winging it. And that's something that I wholeheartedly had to step into and understand and realize. So the initial account balance starting on Friday the 11th was $49,351.52. By the end of the day, the initial balance dropped to $49,132.95. Friday was just a whirlwind. Ever since Trump with the tariffs and just all this news, the market kind of has just been up and down. The execution points, it's been about sitting on your hands and being patient, but when we do execute, when it's time, or when we do have our confirmations, things either haven't been going necessarily like 100% in our favor, or it has. But with that being said, I just want to say that I started off, news was at 11, there was a speech at 11, I was able to get in, I had my confirmations, and I was up like $400 something. And I can't remember exactly how this played out, but my first 3 entries were all up. I had $188.99 on one. I got $3.99, which was like $4. And then $128.24. Good. But then I decided to go back in. Mind you, that is 3 entries. Lost everything that I just gained. Because I seen it going, I want to say I seen this going in my favor. So because I seen it going in my favor, I impulsively got back in. I went back in another 2 entries. The total loss from that was $267.01. And then I was able to profit $54.74. So from that first half of entries that I got in, it could have been like $400 something, but ended up only being $54.21. Now, at first it was just like, dang, because you seen what it could have been, and I would have been done for the day. If the market was choppy, I could have been done for the day, because since news, it's been up and down. It's been crazy. I didn't appreciate the $54. Why? Because I still seen the market was gonna go in my favor. It was just about the timing and the execution. Mind you, that was already 5 entries. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait until news. And at this point, the new starting balance was $49,287.71. So I redid my risk and I redid everything as if it was a brand new day. Long story short, I ended up getting back in and losing some more. So I went in for a buy position. It was going in my favor, and then once again, it just stopped. I ended up pulling it, and the loss was $172.76 on one entry and $154.76 on another entry. So that was a total loss from the second half of entries, a total of $327.52 that I lost. So after doing the math of the total entries that day, the total amount that I lost was $218.57. When I went back to reflect on the trading day, hold up real quick. If you're serious about trading and you're tired of the long waits, TopOneTrader just changed the game. Instant funding is now available. You heard that right. It's instant funding. No evaluations, no challenges, and no phases. you're immediately funded. You've been putting in the work. Now it's time to trade with real capital and get paid. Click the link in the description below and secure your account today. Trade, excel, and prosper with TopOneTrader. I instantly knew. So as you guys know, the first question is, did you follow your plan? No, I did not. If you've watched previous episodes, then you know my rules and my confirmations, and you would just know based off what you heard that that is not it. What went well with these trades was the execution and knowing when to grab it before it tanked. But also knowing when to, just knowing when to pull and be done. Or, excuse me, not be done, because apparently I wasn't. But just knowing when to pull the profit. So earlier that day, if I would have just not went back in for those first set of entries, like I said, I just would have been up 400 and some change, and that just would have been that. I literally would have walked. Being greedy and revengeful, if that's a word, got me where I am now. The second thing that went well on the positive side was the total loss of the account, the initial account balance, was not only below 1%, but it was also below that 0.5% as well. So the loss on the account could have been way worse and could have put me in a deep hole. So again, when I ask myself what went well, this is just the positive side of things, that I wasn't even over 1% and I wasn't even close to 0.5%. What could have went better and the lessons that day? The only thing that I could think of myself was kind of discuss it as a trader. I traded like a complete amateur on Friday the 11th. I traded like I didn't have any experience under my belt. I traded like I was gambling. I traded like I just didn't know nothing about trading, and I was just hoping and wishing that profit could have came. I was not satisfied with myself on how Friday went at all. I actually would put Friday the 11th as one of the worst trading days ever in my trading career so far. It's only because I know so much at this point, 5 years in, going on 6, that Friday was just ew. Like, ew. That's all I could say. It was just ew. I don't even know how else to even say that. Like, I didn't even stick to my plan. I had a total of 7 entries. 7 entries is way out of my plan. Like, even with me sitting trying to get it back, like, it was crazy. So I just had to say, I traded like a child. I was not happy. Another thing that I would say is that impulsiveness got the very best of me. That's been something I've been working on, but I feel like because I was antsy, on Thursday, my total profit was $49,609.32. So it was like, oh, I'm finally back up. I'm about to be to 50. I got to make the right moves today. And I think instead of trading with a heart of just necessarily trying to flow with the market, I just was, if I seen it and I had my confirmations, I just went. Now, I'd be wrong if I say I could have been done that first half, 5 entries. I could have been done at that because 4 is my max. I could have been done at that, but because I didn't have my max of losses yet was really why I felt like I could go back in, and because I seen it doing what I knew it was going to do. All in all, this account could have been up, or it possibly could have just been left alone. Well, no, it would have been up, because if I would have just been done after grabbing those entries, then we would be fine. The account would definitely well be above the starting balance. But because of me trading like an amateur, the account is now back down, and we just have some readjusting to do. And that, again, the markets have been very trash. Well, let me take that back. The markets haven't been too trash. If you execute and sit on your hands and wait for the right timing, you're good. You're going to be in profit. But I will say that even with the markets being iffy or whatever the case is, in the moments that they are, I just need to get it together. Those mistakes were just, once again, me. I was outside of my plan, and it's just the consequence that I had to sit with. I was bummed and I was upset, but it got to a point where it was never even me being upset at the market. It was just me being upset with myself and just letting that impulsiveness get to me. So starting next week, we're only taking smart trades, and hopefully the next time I come for episode 4, we can at least be by our starting balance. I just want to be back to my starting balance. Making sure that I go over and learn from these mistakes and trying to figure out, for me it's more so just trying to figure out, girl, what happened? Why did we even do that? So that's what I'm going to be working on. So with that being said, if you haven't already, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications for the next episode of Journey to Funding. Thank you guys for tuning in, and until next week, God bless you and happy trading. Stick to your plan, and stick to your plan.